Hey guys, welcome to a new episode of What's Up with Billy. In this video, I will be showing you around World of Tanks Blitz, the new app that just came out on the App Store on the 26th of June. Now, this game is based off the original World of Tanks, which is on PC, and they put it into mobile versions. They will be coming out with an Android version soon, but for now they have it for iOS. I'm playing it on my iPod Touch 5th Gen. If you were just wondering, you can see that in my About section of my channel. But let's jump right into things because there's a lot to cover in this app. Now, the first thing you're going to notice is obviously the tanks. And there's different types of tanks. In this game, I think there's 4 different types. Okay, so if you go to your tech tree in the bottom right corner down here, you can see all the nationalities and all the tanks in that nationality. Now, everyone starts with the T1 American. You start with a Tier 1 tank. In the Soviet, you start with that MS-1, and the German, the LTR, Lowell Tractor, as a lot of people call it. And then you go up the tiers. So there's Tier 2, Tier 3, Tier 4, Tier 5, all the way to Tier 10, which is the highest tier. Now, the tanks get progressively better as you move up tiers. Now, it's going to take some work because you need to gain experience, which brings us into our next topic. There are 2 types of currency in this game, and one other you can call it currency. There's gold, which usually you have to buy, or sometimes you can earn it in special things, which is like you actually pay your real money to get some gold, which will buy you special items, which I'll talk about later. And then there's credits. You earn credits every game you play, and that's what you can buy tanks with, upgrade tanks with, and buy consumables and ammunition. We'll get to that stuff later. But you can buy everything. So you can actually get every tank in this game and be a good player without spending any real money, which is very good. And I did not spend money on that gold. I was a beta tester, so I just got it, and along with this premium tank, which no other people but beta testers will have. Then your next thing is experience. And I said that this is kind of like currency because this is what you need to get more tanks. Without this, you're not going to be able to upgrade certain parts and get certain tanks. Now you see here, I have all the parts on this and I can't go anywhere. That's because this is a premium vehicle. You can only buy these with gold. So basically, the only way you're going to get this tank is if you get gold. But this tank isn't available, because if you go to Tech Tree, you'll see that the only premium one up here is the T2 Light. The Soviets have none, and then the Germans have the T15 and the T25, and that costs gold. But they automatically come fully upgraded. They get an amped credit and XP boost to them, which really helps if you want to make some money or just play a game. And usually they come with premium matchmaking, which means that you'll only see tiers of certain kind. For example, Tier 1s will only be with the other Tier 1s and such like that. Tier 5s, I won't meet Tier 6s in this tank. I will only meet Tier 5s. Or if I do meet Tier 6s, I can only get to Tier 6s, so usually 5s can meet with other 7s most of the time, and not 8s. So there's a huge thing that they have, that they do differently. Now, in the PC version, there's different types of tanks. There's one more kind of tank, artillery. Now, they don't have that in this game because they're smaller battles, 7 minutes long, small maps, and they don't know how to work out the top view. Now, if you've played this game, you know all what I'm talking about. You can just stick around and watch some of the gameplay that I do if you want. I'm not that good of a player, I just had it, but I've played a substantial amount of battles. But then, at your top interface, you also have to worry about your crew. So, yeah, again, free experience, that's just what you get each battle to upgrade your tank. And here, let me show you a tank that I actually have experience on. This one, see, you got all your modules in here, like you can upgrade the suspension, engine, the next tank, and you have to upgrade certain parts to get the next tank. So, for example, this one, the howitzer on this gun, I need 1,190 experience, but on this tank, I don't have enough. I have, 31 with 117 free experience. Now, free experience is just like regular experience, except you can use it for any tank. Now, see, if I play a battle with this T18 here, and say I get 100 experience, I can only use that 100 on this tank. I can't just go over to my MS-1 over here and use it on this tank. It doesn't work. It's only good for that tank. But every game you get a little bit of free experience, which gets added to that, which I can use however much free experience is there to do on any tank I choose. So that's what the free experience is. So now that we've gone over currencies and types like that, let's go over the ammunition. So when you go down here to the ammunition, you have 3 different types of ammunition here. You have your AP shells, your APCR, composite rigid shells, and your high explosive, or your HE. Just call them HE. Now, each type of ammo has different penetration. So, but you have to know what your gun type is. So whatever gun I have, let's do this one because it's fully upgraded. So on this gun, right here, it's a 75mm gun M3. If you scroll over a page, you'll see right here, gun, rate of fire, I get 7.86 rounds a minute. Now, my average penetration, it'll tell you. So with the regular armor-piercing ammo, I will get 92mm of penetration with this gun on average. Or no, yeah, that's what your penetration is. Your armor-piercing composite rigid are those premium shells where you get up to 127. But your high explosive of 38. Now the reason this is 38 is you get higher damage with it. So because you get less pen, you'll get higher damage. And you're likely to damage some modules. So they're good to take sometimes if you're dealing with very lightly armored targets, because those will do massive damage with your gun. But other than that, they're not really that necessary. Just stick with your regular rounds or your premium rounds, just in case you need to get into those really tough opponents that you just can't penetrate their armor. And then it'll tell you the pen. So really, all your stuff is right there. That's just if you scroll over in the pages of the when you select the gun. So that's what your ammunition is. So I just carry mostly rounds of regular and then some rounds of HE, just in case I might encounter some very low armored people. So that's your ammunition. Next, we'll just move over into equipment, which I do not have any selected on this tank. But here's your equipment. Now, the things you buy in this will help your tank and only your tank, unless you have something that you can remove, which I think most parts are going to be just on your tank. So on the equipment, we have a toolbox, and underneath it, it'll tell you exactly what it does, plus 25% to repair speed. That literally means that in-game, if somebody shoots your tracks and you can't move, they will repair your tracks 25% faster. The next one is a medium spall liner. This adds 15% protection from ramming and explosions. So, like, if artillery lands near you and it creates an explosion, you won't get as much splash damage from it. And if you get rammed, you have a more likely chance to do more damage to them and take less damage in return. On certain tanks, they also have super heavy spall liners if you're a really big tank. Binocular telescopes. This adds 25% to your view range when you're stationary, so you can't be moving and you have to wait for it to activate up to 500 meters. Then you have your coated optics. This is plus 10% to view range, but you can be moving and it'll work always. Then you have your camo net. It makes you less visible by 25% when your tank is also stationary, so you can't just be moving and expect to be more camo. Then you have your enhanced torsion bars, which will add 10% to your suspension load capacity. So if you have one of these, you can carry more equipment if you don't have enough or if you don't have the best tracks. And it also helps your suspension a lot when you're driving. Then you have your wet ammo rack, so that people don't blow up your ammo rack immediately, because if you get your ammo rack blown up, it's a one-shot no matter how much health you have. Also, if your ammo rack is damaged, you reload the gun faster. Quickly move along. Your ventilation, so your crew skills will be better, probably more accurate, better chance of some better shots, stuff like that. Just plus 5% to all crew skills. Your gun rammer. This will minus 10% to your loading time. So whatever your time to reload is, just minus that by, just take 10% away from that, and that's what your new reload time will be with this on. And then lastly, your gun laying drive. This will help you aim quicker by adding 10% to your aiming speed. Then we could just jump right over consumables, and we could go through these really quick. Consumables are things that you can use in-game to help you when you get stuck. For example, if your tank gets set on fire and you have a manual fire extinguisher with you, If you use that, it'll automatically take out the fire instead of waiting. Now I usually just take these two because they are very helpful. You have your first aid kit. So when you use this, if someone shoots your tank and you lose, say, like a driver, then if you use this, it'll heal that driver so he'll be back in use. And you'll notice the difference when your driver is dead versus, well, when your driver is injured versus when your driver's not, because your tank will turn slower, probably drive slower, and big noticeable differences. Now, repair kit, if your engine gets damaged or broken, your tracks get damaged or broken, anything like that, this is what that'll repair it. Repairs all modules, single use in a game, costs 2,000 credits, but I definitely think they're worth it depending on the tank that you have. Now, engine power boost, also called speed governors in the other game, in World of Tanks Blitz. It'll add 30% to your engine power for 30 seconds. I'd say you could use that maybe if you're trying to get somewhere quick, get away from a sticky situation, stuff like that, you know. Then you have your multi-purpose, which will extinguish fire, repair all modules, and heal all crew members, and you have multiple uses. Now, I don't have one of these because I don't know how many uses it has per game, but I'm thinking it's probably 2 or 3, but it's also a bit more expensive, 5,000 credits. But then these are new thing. This is new, adrenaline. You get plus 25% to loading speed for 30 seconds, and a 10% chance of damaging enemy vehicle modules. And then you have your Coke, your case of cola, which will plus 10% to crew skills and perks. And it's got a permanent threat effect through one battle and is also very expensive. I would only recommend those if you're a top end player. And then along with your crew, when you train them 100% crew, they're a lot better in their accuracy, speed, aiming speed, their turning speed and view range, and stuff like that. So when you get that, it's much better to have on your tank, and you want to always go for that. I think that's all for now on showing you guys the way around World of Tanks Blitz, the different types of currency, the ammunition, consumables, and equipment that you can use in battle, your different types of tanks, how to upgrade them, looking at your crew, and other things like that. In the next video, I think I can talk a little bit about armor penetration and angling armor and things like that, which will be kind of challenging to do in this game, but I still think it can be very effective when going up against heavier tanks than yourself if you have some effective armor. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Also make sure to check out my second channel, which is my main channel, RHS School Kid. And make sure to check back every week for, I'm hoping to do 2 videos a week, I don't know when, maybe randomly, of some gameplay walkthroughs like this, talking about World of Tanks, Blitz versus PC. I also want to try to make some regular World of Tanks videos, but we'll see how that's going to work out. But again, I hope you guys like this video. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I will check you all, and I will check you, whoa, I'm going to check you all out. No, I'm just kidding. And I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.